First punch of the fight is a De La Hoya jab. Came from the one right cross that De La Hoya landed, and now more blood as De La Hoya again lands with the right. And Chavez is already starting to flow above the left eye.
This is a veteran. He didn't come here tonight to lose the fight in one round. Oscar, stick to plans. If the jab open up the cut, stick with the jab.
It may be a more dangerous cut than I first thought.
Chavez was cut over the same eye.
He's going to try to engage De La Hoya right here.
That, of course, has never happened to Julio Cesar Chavez in 99 previous recorded bouts.
No, he did have a cut, if you recall.
But you're suggesting the fight could be stopped, Larry, and that fight was stopped because of an unintentional headbutt cut. This one was caused by a punch.
You're right.
Round one has been like Christmas for Oscar De La Hoya. Still picking his shots here in the first minute of round number 2. So far, the blood not flowing again on Chavez's left eye.
Has started again, Jim.
Okay. It has indeed. And De La Hoya lands another right hand, and now the blood really begins to flow. Left hook, best punch of the bout so far for Chavez.
This works for Chavez because he's been missing with that left hook because of the height differential. Get your chin down and throw that hook. It's a different thing.
De La Hoya landing two short left hooks in there. Chavez came back with a counter right.
De La Hoya and do any kind of damage.
But that's the way he fights. He's never won the fight for 1 or 2 rounds.
Statistically, through the first couple of rounds, De La Hoya throwing more than twice as many punches as Chavez. And you can see that Harold Letterman has given the first 2 rounds to the 23-year-old challenger.
Oscar De La Hoya is starting to land jabs to the stomach.
Isn't it?
No, De La Hoya is landing the left jabs to the body, which means Chavez's power will start to diminish as the fight goes on.
One thing Chavez has not done, he has always worn down his opponents, George, by punching to the body. I don't believe in 2 rounds plus that he's landed a body punch yet.
Chavez has got to realize it's going to happen close. It's not going to, anything is going to happen from the outside. You got to get close. For good reasons. Oscar De La Hoya has a jab like an ordinary right hand by the average fighter.
Hard left hand to the body by De La Hoya as Chavez came in close. Then De La Hoya backs up.
That's an old Willie Pep move there.
Hard counter left inside there by De La Hoya as Chavez was stepping in. Oscar lands the uppercut and a right hand.
But Chavez was able to get a little closer that time. Although he's missing from outside, he was able to get a little closer. You're going to have to take some and give some too. Take a lot and give some.
De La Hoya getting just a little bit more aggressive now.
This could be a deficit for him because he's been getting knockouts, looking for knockouts. Now you're in a fight where you may have to build up some points in case you don't get this knockout.
De La Hoya much more tentative now here in round 4, having tasted some of Chavez's power. Good short left hook by De La Hoya, and he comes back with a right hand. And the blood bothering Julio as De La Hoya lands a vicious left hook. Now his nose is bleeding too. And was the difference. Let's take a look at this flurry toward the end of the bout. Jab, right cross, left hook again, right cross across the top of the head, left hook again, a short right. Not all of those punches landing flush, but all of them stopping Chavez from being able to mount any kind of attack.
And that's what Oscar De La Hoya, my only worry was for him, that he would not be himself and do what he normally does best.
In the end, he simply smothered Chavez with speed and power.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Cortez calls a halt to the bout.
De La Hoya is starting to be himself now. Forget about all of that strategy and the new guy in your corner. Get out there and be yourself.
Brutal left hook to the body by De La Hoya. Chavez's will seeming to be sapped now, as in the last minute of round 4, it's been all Oscar De La Hoya.
Now he's De La Hoya goes back to the stomach, which is ideal for a youngster. I can't believe it.
And Cortez takes Chavez to Flip Homansky.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.